Do you know who he drafted right after Richard Seymour?
Who?
Matt Light.
Another-
Second round.
A steal.
What's he taking?
really
What's he stealing from you? Do you know what he's stolen from you? Has he stolen anything from you? We're still trying to
Hey,
find
that
out what he
dude is
stole
a
from us.
handful.
You got any Matt Light stories?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. He called me one time with his voice throw thing from the Pro Bowl.
Wait, the voice thing? So
Where he could, like, change his
Oh
voice.
my gosh.
And left me a message
what
that
did
he was
say?
Belichick. Oh, dude. It was just like, he's such a tool sometimes. I
Great way to put it.
But I tell you, so Matt Light. So we're loving Matt Light. And we're thinking now we can get him in the second round. And we need a left tackle at this point in time, right? We kind of got him targeted. And we are, again, this is, I trying to remember the numbers exactly, 51, 2, 3, in and around there, and or 50. And the Jets are picking right before us, the pick right before us. And about 3 or 4 picks before, we had this thing where part of the you always talk about the evaluation process, then there's a strategy, then there's the execution. So one of the things that we would do, if there was a player that we wanted and we were targeting, we would call that player a couple of picks early if he was still on the board. And, so I picked up the phone, called Matt. I say, hey, Matt, it's Pioli. How you doing? I had known Matt because we had, done a lot of preparation.
You see his phone voice
And
changes? His phone GM voice changed right there. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and you got to say it quiet because you want him to be quiet because he's got people around.
Yeah.
Like, hey Matt, this is Pioli. I said, you hearing from anybody right now? Because we're thinking we'd love that you're in range. And he goes, oh yeah, as a matter of fact, this is back in the call waiting, right? He says, I just had to click over. I saw, it was you guys. I had to click over. I was on with the Jets. They're picking me when they come up. When are you guys picking? I said, Matt, here we go. Hang up, but don't tell the Jets who just called in. Just say someone else just called in, wrong number, whatever. Don't tell the Jets that I just called. He said, okay. I said, just trust me on this one. He hangs up. I hang up. I look at Bill. I said, the Jets pick right before us. They have him on the phone. They're holding him because that's who they're taking. So we got to move from, I want to say, from 51 to 49. So but I think it's at like 46 or 47 on the pick. So we start calling everybody before the Jets pick, not getting any action. Call my boy Matt Millen at the Lions, who's 1 pick ahead of the Jets, and say, hey Matt, we want to move up. He says, yeah, our guy just went. Give us a ham sandwich. We'll swap. We were moving 2 spots. Sure enough, we make the trade right as the Lions went on the clock. Call Matt Light. I said, Matt, they still got you on hold? He's like, yeah. I said, well, screw them. We just traded up your New England Patriots.
Let's go.
Right? It was awesome.
Number 48.
48. There, yeah. I knew it was in that. Yeah, 48. Thank you.
Matt Light, for his position, was like really undersized. And to have the career he had, like, he's a big man, don't get me wrong, but he was short for a tackle. To have that, you had to be like a technician with your fundamentals, and that's what Matt Light was.
100%. And people had him that said that he was going to be a guard in the NFL. He could play tackle because here's the thing: he was so smart. It's like anything, right? If you have some physical limitations, you find other ways. You figure it out.
Yeah.
Whether it's and he height wise, he was shorter than the norm.
Yeah.
Length wise, shorter than the norm. People are like, oh, they're going to get the edge on him. But he was so smart. He was so good. Were there times he was on the edge? But he was a heck of a football player.
One of the best.
But here's the other thing about the whole Patriot thing that people don't understand. When you have players with limitations, that's where great coaching comes in.
Yeah.
And yes, Bill's, I will say, the greatest coach of all time, head coach of all time. But Charlie Weiss, Dante Scarnecchia, those, and in terms of protection and knowing who and when to protect based on matchups and situations and circumstances, and then having a quarterback that knows how to figure that stuff out and when and who to slide, when to chip, when to keep the tight end in. Having those things helped Matt Light become a better player. That being said, without Matt Light, we can't do what we did.
100%.
Terrific player. Anyway, we got him that year too.
So Matt Light told us a story about when he was drafted. I'd love to hear your side of that.
It was how we screwed the Jets. epic. I mean,
Let's hear it.
It never gets old beating the Jets, right?
Never.
Never.
No. So here's what happens.
Even
So
though I just got a deal taken off the table to go to a Jets game because the Jets didn't want me there.
No way.
It's better that way. It would have been a nightmare.
It was some company. I was gonna go do something. Go to the New York hates me. I tried to go to a Knicks game once, and I got some floor seats. What's his name?
Dolan.
Nolan or Dolan.
James Dolan.
James Dolan heard and took him away.
what?
Yeah, because the Celtics are coming in town. There's some shit. We'll get back to Matt Light draft day. Draft.
That's dirty. No, I just marked that here.
Yeah.
He's dead to me.
York, you know.
It's a tribe, man. It's a
right.
family,
Hey,
right?
hey.
It's a family.
It's a
You
fucking
can't do that to the
evil empire.